This song says, no matter who you are, no matter where you go in your life, at some point you're going to need somebody to stand by you.
While Hurricane Sandy caused massive destruction on the East Coast, which resulted in the temporary closing of schools like New York University, the Cold Springs Harbor Laboratory had in place 8 diesel-powered generators, which were each capable of supplying power to several different buildings. A few days before Sandy hit, the lab's disaster plan kicked into effect. Located on the shore of Long Island Sound, the lab was vulnerable to flooding. Elevators were raised to higher levels and sandbags were used to shield the basements from the incoming tides. While the recovery and cleanup will last for months, the science community is already studying the cases of this natural disaster. Climate change, some say, made Hurricane Sandy much worse than it otherwise would have been. Scientists agreed about this reason at the annual meeting of the Geological Society of America. Breaking records with a 13.2 surge storm in New York City's Battery Park, Sandy tore through parts of the East Coast, which was a result of rising sea levels. Michael Mann, a climatologist from Pennsylvania State University, stated that at least 1 foot of those 13.2 feet were arguably due to rising sea levels. Sea levels are around 1 foot higher than they were a century ago, he continued. Flooding, on the other hand, was affected by sea surface temperatures off the East Coast. More rain was being produced from above average levels of water vapor present in the atmosphere. This in turn helped to intensify the storm. George Stone, a researcher at Milwaukee Area Technical College, said that warmer than usual temperatures over Greenland also played a role. The hurricane was pushed east because a high-pressure system over Greenland shielded the North Atlantic, which pushed and shifted Sandy. Normally, the jet stream would have carried the hurricane eastward into the Atlantic Ocean. In general, the underlying changes, which are warmer oceans, more intense precipitation events, and rising rainfall and record-breaking high temperatures, are significant contributors to storms like Hurricane Sandy. New York's climate strategy consists of actions which aim to reduce emissions and prepare for climate change's impacts through PLA-NYC. Cities from Tokyo to Sao Paulo to Chicago are also investigating in strategies and plans to help reduce these emissions. Unfortunately, the storm has devastated the lives of many, including the Everett family. The parents of Zoe Everett of Randolph, New Jersey, were killed in Hurricane Sandy, and now she must take care of her 3 younger siblings and pay for her student loan. So far, $56,000 have been donated to Zoe and her siblings. Although the storm surge energy numbers exceed those of Katrina in 2005, Sandy's destruction was not as concentrated in such a small area. This may bring relief to those preparing to clean up and rebuild after all the damage. Here on the other side of the United States, many, including me, are pleased to hear that the total damage was not as severe as Hurricane Katrina. We continue to support all those affected by the storm and do all we can to help out. This may include donations and fundraisers to help with the cleanup and restoring efforts.
Thank you. Thank you.